get it done and what size, but think of it as a big cot.
Yeah, okay.
It's 15 to 25 grand
Wow.
to get one of them done. So, yeah, sort of seeing that sort of stuff, and it just makes such a difference to the families to have that peace of mind.
Yeah.
And then as well with, like, you got the monitor that watch their sleep and then some other heart rate, oxygen and stuff like that, just to track that, just to give you peace, and you can actually try and get some rest as well.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're sleeping next to them and it's just forever, busy. So
Huge.
I think, things like that just help keep them safe and just help get through those, especially the first few years.
Yeah.
But then things change as they get older as well. So, big time on the equipment.
Yeah, I think Dan's got to go because Tommy Brambridge just come up to me and pointed at his watch. But you've got a question you need to ask the big fella before he does go about when he's coming back.
Oh, yeah, now. Obviously,
back next week.
you're still playing, aren't you? Yeah,
Yeah.
So what's going on? The groin?
A
What's happened here?
little bit sore, just a little bit of an injury, unfortunately. Doesn't help getting older, and we've got a bye coming up, so maybe after that we'll see how we go, how I'm pushing, but it's a tough
Keeping the
one,
cards close
honestly.
to his chest.
He is keeping the cards close to his
There's
chest.
no point keeping it close to the chest.
And it's not even close to what he said off air.
I'm out for the season.
Yeah.
All right, Cog, shake your hand,
No
mate.
worries.
Pleasure
Thank
to
you.
have a chat with you and
Thank you
enjoy
very
the
much.
day.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
No worries. Daniel Coughlin, our special guest, pre-match today here at Henshawwood Oval. We've had
What a superstar.
We've had too much of his time. I think there's been a bit of concern. They need to get him into the activities here before the seniors game does get underway. What are we?
cool.
About 25 past 2. The reserves just wrapped up with the Swallows winning 61-17 over Wenty. As we look set, we're actually not going to put Maxi in just yet because I
Not
need
yet.
to get some crowd noise in, Riddle. So just give me a second and I'll just unhitch that.
Is this
And,
the part when I'm meant to go? Is that the part? Okay,
something like
I was
that.
going to say, you didn't hold the sign up for me.
No, I
Let me
didn't.
know.
I'm sorry about that, but let's just see if we can.
But just on Dan Coughlin, I mean, how lucky have we been able to have a player that's come up to our region and really invested himself? He's played interleague on numerous occasions, obviously a McLeod medalist, but will go down as one of the best that we've ever seen up here, and is a very iconic footballer. And as you said, to be able to get involved in this day, Rimple do it better than anybody else, and we're looking around the ground. The beanies are everywhere. Maxi's got a beanie on next to us, and it's just fantastic to be able to see the club and the community get behind such an amazing thing, because it'd be such a tough,
Demanding, isn't it, really?
Demanding, yeah. You could just see him talking about, as you said, just being able to get a sleep.
Yep.
You take it for granted.
So let's have a look at the ladder before we get to a bit of a preview of the game. It's a must-win game for Wentworth as it stands at the moment. They're 2 games outside of the top 5. 2 wins, 6 losses from their 8 outings so far. The Swallows were a little bit sluggish to start, but they've found a bit of momentum in the past couple of weeks. They're now 4 and 5 and sitting in 4th position, albeit that their percentage is only just a tickle over Redcliffe, but they're getting a few troops back, which always helps too. Yeah.
Yeah, and look, it's also unearthing a couple of the young kids. Zachy Wilson, who's come onto the scene and doing some really good things at a young age. But this is the biggest game of the round outside of probably Redcliffe and South Mildura, and they both complement each other, because if Wentworth do lose today and Redcliffe and Rimple obviously can get up today, then it makes it nearly, I wouldn't say the word impossible, but it certainly gets very, very difficult from here for Wentworth to be able to find their way in. But it also has ramifications for sides such as Robinvale as well, who are up against the top side in Mildura. So today's game is huge, but they've got a list of injuries, Wenny, and they just can't take a trick at the moment.
No, you're right. We actually got a message to our WhatsApp chat
we?
before from Kelly Hollingworth, Max's mum, saying, "Have a great call, lads. I'm about to tune in from San Fran Airport." San Francisco. She's on tour in the US at the moment. How good's that?
That is fantastic. Over there with the Armand board, and we're having a good chat about that. So, Kel, very, very big hello to you for what would it be evening or morning over there? What's going on? I don't know.
Soccer this morning, 5 o'clock our time, was about midday. That was in Seattle. So, I'm not great with world clocks. Yeah,
No.
If you've got an iPhone, you can pull it up and search it if you like.
I
Anyway.
would say. But down 2-0, the Aussies
First
robbed.
half was...
The second goal was a robbery, but the first half we were horrid.
We were, and we brought a couple of key players onto the pitch after half-time who,
I don't get what's...
unbeknownst to me, why Irukunda didn't start after his game against Turkey. But my goodness, he was good after half-time.
I'll tell you what, like Tony Popovic, he's certainly keeping everyone guessing because some of the moves that have been... And then he came up after the game and said he should have made more moves.
Oh, goodness.
I was like, I don't know about that, but anyway.
These teams last clashed back in April, and it was the Swallows. I reckon that game was under lights at the Georgie G. 12-880 over Wentworth, 10-5-65. So not much between them back then. 3 goals for Jared Brand, 4 for Mitchy Rhodes, such a versatile swingman for the Swallows. How do you see this one, Riddles?
I'm worried about the ammunition that they've got out of the team at the moment. When in that game where they did go down by about 3 goals.
Here we go,
9:27 p.m. here. Thanks, Kel. So she's at the bar, Maxie. Don't worry about it. She's fine. But I'm a bit worried about, I mean, you've got like the likes of Lockie Murdoch's out of the side, Jack Cottrell's out of the side, the Davison brothers are out of the side. You know, they're real key playmakers. So where they're not just players that are going to be making up numbers, you know, they're the best players in their side. We'll certainly... Each of those players are in the top half a dozen. So, and I think, as you just mentioned earlier, that Orimple's now starting to find their mojo. They're starting to get a little bit of a run on. They're finding some really good players on the outside, but they've got a bit of physicality in the middle of the ground. So, usually in times gone past, a bit of a wet, cloudy day was probably going to suit the bigger bodies of Wentworth, but I actually think they come in a little bit smaller than even Orimple. So I think Orimple should be coming in as fairly comfortable favourites at the moment, but you've got a side playing for their season in Wenny, so they're not going to let it just go by them.
Spot on. Zach Wandon gets back into the Swallows starting 18 today. We tracked him back. I think he last played in round 2 and then had some issues, and he is back today. So he's a big conduit for them across half-back, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. And, bit of a spiritual leader. Like he cross half back, he's incredible. So he'll probably play deep back pocket like he usually does, but he can run the ball as far as anyone. The one I'm really excited to see today, there's a couple of young kids in Jude Blundy. Really excited to see him, but I'm also really excited to see young Zach Wilson as well. So 2 kids that have come on and they can find the scoreboard. So they're starting to find avenues to goal where Mitchy Rhodes, you mentioned earlier, was probably only the real key forward that they'd had or known forward. So to start to get a couple of these kids that can hit the scoreboard, and they're hitting the scoreboard nicely as well.
Yeah, Pez Dispenser, of course, is back in tow as well, so he's always a crowd favourite out here at Henshawwood Oval. Look forward to his movements this afternoon. Other games around town today. South Mildura must win for them against Redcliffs at the MSP. You were talking down the Tigers' chances, Benny. They've got quite a few out today,
Yeah, a bit worried about it. I mean, the 2 young guns in, obviously, Ashton Gowers and also... young Paddy Connolly, they've got Bendigo Pioneers duties, but then you've got their jet in the midfield, which is going to be out in Jake McCreary. And Jake Crest, we called his name a lot last week, and he was fantastic.
Great touch, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has been. So I'm a little bit worried about the Tigers coming into this game because they're blooding, I think, 3 or 4 debutants this week, and they're a big physical side, South Mildura, on their home deck. I think the Tigers might be up against it today because, again, South have got everything to play for.
They have. For me, the game of the round is at Blackburn Park. That's Oyen United versus Merboon. That'll be a ripper.
That's going to be an absolute cracker, and we had the pleasure of calling the very first round where we saw Merbein get up against Oyen. So Oyen, I think, are a very different side today, and Merbein and Oyen are both in great form.
Yeah, they are. And their other game is Mildura versus Robinvale Euston. Again, similar to Wentworth here today, another must-win game for the Eagles.
And also huge injuries. Like we saw, I think they were down to 1 on the bench last week. So that's going to be a very tough one for the Eagles.
All right, we're underway. Match of the day for Collie and Tierney. Paddy Silcox, Ben Ridley calling you the action as the first hit out is one down there by Nick Jensen. Here's a chance for Egmalisi Smith. Does nicely to bullock his way through the middle. Gets his left foot up towards right half forward. Latoure bent down. The kick inside the forward 50 is a little bit wobbly there, coming off the boot of Jack Baird, I reckon it is, in the number 20. And did it just pitch inside the line? I reckon it might have.
Yeah, it's going to work in their favour. They're very, very lucky. But Egmalisi Smith, just nicely done across half-back, and he's going to be very important for them all day. But that wasn't his best use of the ball, and I think Baird would like his time back again. But tell you one thing I'm liking out here at Henshawwood Oval is you've got the netting at the back of each goal now.
Yep.
Gee, they've done a great job out here. It's looking fantastic every time they come here, and the lights are on.
Yeah. Well, we were here about 3 weeks ago, and we got a massive downpour, the Swallows and Eagles game. All the car lights are on around the ground. She was that dark. As Henschke throws us back into play. Front and centre was Jensen. Nice shark at the front there by Wentworth. Falls out the back. Chance there for Hunter Wilkie. Late addition to the side this afternoon. But now the Swallows with some numbers. Keenan Wade with a big right foot. Gets them out of danger. Kicks up towards centre wing on the outer side. Ball's up for grabs there. When you've got some numbers, if they can get their hands around it, they're a chance. Some good pressure coming in over the top from Brodie Ryan. Squirts out to Jack Carter there, centre wing. More pressure from Archer Hammond. A little bit hard to pick up some of those Swallow boys in the white jumper, the Freo away strip, but it looks great nonetheless.
I love the strips, but as you said, and they all look the same. They're all about 6 foot. They've all got dark hair and they're all lean. It doesn't make it easy for us at the moment. So on centre wing on the outer side, umpire throws the ball back in. Ward and Jensen go to it. Jensen tries to take it out of the contest, immediately tackled by 3, and umpire Bruin on centre wing will throw it up. As we see the big fellas at it again, this time won by Ward. Ball quickly down to Milsom, cut off there by, it looks like the big ruckman in Jensen, on hands and knees trying to get the ball out with Thrum. Really not getting any distance here, and within about 5 metres from the last throw up, umpire Bruin will do it all over again.
Good to see balls are a lot, I reckon, during the home and away. It's almost like he checks the record on the Thursday afternoon to see where we're calling.
He loves us.
I'll do that one, boys.
He loves us.
As we see a ball extracted by the Roos up towards half forward. Orimple will have some numbers back there. Blundy shoots out the hand pass. He's got the running Connor Mensch going shotgun there. Kick is pretty good to target there on centre wing out of side for Connor Carter. But Egmalesi Smith stands in the way. Kicks back towards right half forward. Here's Brander. First good look at the footy. Nice shark front and centre. Might have been Baird again. He's made an impressive start. Hancock with a bit of push and shove. He's going against Brody Jackson. Hancock's hands were brilliant to Latore. Swings the 360 and dribbles it through for a snagger.
What a goal. And as you said, it could have been pushing the back there against Hancock, but Latore getting in the right spot. And that's 2 inside 50s that we've seen from young Jack Baird here in the first couple of minutes. And that's exactly the start that they'll need there, Silko. And again, starting from half back there from Egmalesi Smith, the ex-McLeod medalist and AFL footballer. He's had 4 touches already early in the first quarter.
He's had a bit of impact, and it was Xavier Latore. Of course, we've got a couple of Latores running out there this afternoon. Archie in 34 and Zave in 17, and he was instrumental there to get the job done.
Big hello to the mum of the Latore boys, Tanya. She's one of the best coffee makers in town. So back in the centre. Tap one down by Jensen, tries to get it to advantage. Really a struggle at the moment as we see Connor Mensch try to come through with Thrum. Ball spills back behind to Carter of Wentworth with the slap forward. Quickly cut off by Cirillo. He's going back to try and get his own ball, and it's going to be a free kick this time to Connor Carter. He was just taken high at the contest. So Carter looks to play to the commentary side. Good kick, long down the wing, but Andy Wall tries to get the ball in front as the ball spills out to Cooper Doreen. Goes forward with a nice little kick and finds a teammate in Brodie Ryan at half forward.
Brodie Ryan, right half forward, goes with a bit of a helicopter off the left into towards the forward pocket, looking there for Billy Phelan. When you have the numbers, and again, Egmalesi Smith is running hard off half back. Just got his hand pass away, though. Swallows swoop. Jimmy Tulloch's rocking the Blonde Locks this afternoon. The rinse has gone right through up top, and his pass was pinpoint to find Jake Thrum directly in front. Centre half forward, Riddles, I reckon he's going to kick from right on 50.
Yeah, and he's a known goal kicker as well, Thrum, so you would think that this is certainly going to be capable, even in these wet, heavy conditions.
So Thrum just runs around to his left to open up the angle. It looks strong and long off the boot. It's going to just shimmy across to the far side for a minor score. So one behind the Swallows, 1 straight 6 for Wenty. That is on the Kumiala Club scoreboard. Ticked over almost 5 minutes in this opening term for the Euston Club Resort on Hot FM.
McDonald clears out of half-back, tries to get it short, but he intercepted, comes through from Carter. Coming back to help is Latore. That's Archie. The ball spills out. Numbers favour here. The Swallows is quickly tackled in the contest there. Is that Billy Phelan again, or is it Jason Coughlin? We can't really tell. We're a little bit further away, but it is. It's Jason Coughlin, and the umpires said that McDonald's taken him high, and Coughlin's going to be kicking from about 30 metres out, only on a very, very slight angle. And he's going to look to get the first major on the board here today for the Swallows, but it was a really dangerous kick there coming out of defence from McDonald.
Yeah, very much so. As we wait on Jason Coughlin, we've got a great look at him here up high in the Gerstenmaier suites. Slight angle, and that right forward pocket sets it up. It's going to straighten beautifully off his left boot, and a first for the Swallows. They're 1-1-7 on the Kumiala Club scoreboard. Wenty, 1 straight 6. Ticked over 5 3/4 minutes. Opening quarter. Hot FM Sunrise your footy for Collie and Tierney.
Yeah, just a really, look, it wasn't a great kick coming out of the goal square by McDonald, and you could see what he was trying to do. He was trying to find his teammate there in Corbin Copeman, but read it perfectly was Connor Carter, just be able to get that punch forward, keep it inside the attacking 50, and as we said, like the Coughlin's usually do at the bottom of the pack, it was a free kick every day of the week.
Back underway, midfield, one down by Jensen. McDonald just overrun it momentarily. Ball comes out to Duck. He's besieged. Not sure if he disposed of that legally. Umpire let it go, but then there's a whistle on the play, which will favour the Swallows and go to Cooper Milsom. Loads up a hand pass, gets it to Jakey Thrum, kicks inside the forward 50. Out in front on the lead. Is that Coughlin again? Showed a clean pair of heels to get away from his opponent and then clung to his chest, the Sherrin.
I have to make an apology. I've been calling McDonald there and giving him the average kick. It was actually Blaine Grills rocking the big sleeve tattoo. So
there you go.
I will take that back. But as we see Coughlin lining up for his second in the space of a minute, this time on the opposite side of the ground. It's a wobbly kick. He really doesn't look like he's even going to make the distance. The ball's punched out of defence and it hasn't made the line. And there's going to be a boundary throw in commentary side, about 15 metres around from the Orimple goals. But yeah, that one looked like a real heavy ball, didn't it, when he kicked that one?
Yeah, it sure did.
Kicked the cement block.
Well, they head around the ground shortly for Fatty Boombar, see what the other games are up to, but we've got to reload in the right forward pocket. Nice front and centre present by Bailey Anderson. He's got support from Thrum, who swings it around on his left foot. What a finisher he is. And he points to Bailey Anderson and says, chalk up the assist, big fella. That's a great strike from the coach. And he is up and about. He means business, Riddles.
He has been electric at the start. He's had 2 shots on goal. One just missing and that one a beautiful snap there. But as you said, it was a really nice little rove off the contest there from Bailey Anderson. Roved it to perfection, quick hands out, and gave it to the true side of a left footer. So he was able just to bend it around the right shoulder. And the coach will certainly make sure he keeps young Bailey Anderson in the team for another week with that nice little dish out.
Quickly around the grounds for Fatty Boombar. Redcliffe's 1 behind, leading South Mildura yet to score at the MSP. The Kangas 2-2-14, Merbeam 1 straight 6 at Blackburn Park, and it's Mildura by 6 points over Robinvale Euston.
Well, there we go. Nice early starts there, but nothing probably really surprising at the moment as we see the 2 big ruckmen go. This time going in is a tap forward for Wentworth. Connor Carter tries to retreat, gets a handball forward. Really nice handball forward as we see Egg Melissa Smith just cut it off in the centre of the ground, but he could have been caught holding the ball. The umpire says he has, so Jake Thrum been in everything at the moment. Gets a quick kick on, finds a teammate nicely, gets it off to Blundy. Blundy with an inside 50. Beaten to the ball this time. Scatting takes a mark directly in front of Phelan.
So they'll try and clear out of danger there. Nebraska Wilkie's kick is not that great. Put his teammate under tremendous pressure, but they've got numbers. They'll work through nicely. Over the top of Baird's Head, though, we're at highway side centre wing. This is Zave Latore. Gets it inboard there to Frank Chichiglia. Early touch for him. Good constructive play here on the outer side, although it comes unstuck there. Corbin Copeman was tackled almost before he had the footy there. Umpire allows it to go on, and the Swallows get some more numbers around the contest. Here's a chance for Tulloch. He looks for support. He goes inboard to Ward, but it comes out the back off the boot there of Chichiglia. Inside the forward 50 for Wenty now, right forward pocket. In goes Jackson and Hancock. That's going to be a mouth-watering contest across the afternoon. Wenty hand pass into space, about 45 metres out from the goal. 22 is Hunter Wilkie in the vicinity there. Here's an opportunity. Hancock is it from the boundary. Skimmy's one through. Has he nailed it from there?
Oh, gee, you nearly come off the bottom of the knee, though. So I think you've nearly called that there. But as the ball's quickly played on by Brodie Jackson, so clearing out of defence, or Rimple looking for a marking player. It's dropped at the fall of the ball, but that man who's been everywhere, Thrum, just sockets it off the ground, gets some really nice meterage. You are on centre wing on the outer side. A really good contest. It looks like on the outer side. Is that by Copeman? Ball goes forward, top of the 50, looking for Brander. Brander takes second grab at it. He's got a nice big mark. He's right in front of our scoreboard here at the moment. Players trying to get now deep forward as he looks for Hancock, one out. Hancock gets the front of his opponent. Unfortunately, doesn't get the ball in front of Wandon. Ball spills back to Nando Cirillo. Wandon again gets a handball, looking for Doreen. Doreen has the ball cut off. Now falls into the hands of Bodie Edwards with a slap kick forward. Oh, he nearly made that, Silko.
Chance at the back for Keenan Wade. He needs support. He goes to the number 11 in Connor Mensch. And they'll methodically work their way out of danger. Chance for Tulloch inboard here, still inside D50. Takes the mark and just assesses his options. 2-1-13 Orimple, 1-1-7 for Wenty on the Kumiala Club scoreboard. 10.5 minute mark first term as the ball's cleared a long way out to Brodie Ryan, centre wing on the outer side of the ground. Good territory gainer there, a good 50 or 55 metres on the fly with the bounce, and they can set up now on that outer side, Riddles.
No, they're playing the outer side really well. They're just getting some really good length out there, and there seems to be a lot of space in front of the runners on the wing. So the object of the day, just get it long as we see. The ball one down this time, lands in the hands of Blundy, who's had plenty of it early, goes forward, looking for Phelan, quick handball off for Thrum back to Phelan drops what he should have taken, recovers quickly, could have been tackled here, holding the ball, and the umpire says, yeah, you had a bit too much time there. And again, Egg Smith has been really, really strong the start of this quarter across half-back. Yeah. It was an important tackle because they had numbers inside 50 there.
Been up and about, the big fella, as his kick is well measured. Jack Carter a long way away from us on the outer side. Still about half-back as Weddy see it. Whistle to play on now. Carter kicks down the line, centre wing with good penetration, looking for Brander. Edged out of it nicely there by Zane Luth. That's another key match-up in the game. Running back is Bailey Hayward, needed support. Just got his hand pass to front and centre there, goes over the line, and we'll get a toss in. Adam Chicken Hawk Henschke.
Oh, he's just I tell you what, a stalwart of the umpiring fraternity, as he throws in for about the 10,000th time here in the St. Roger Footy League. Front position goes to Ward. Ward tries to rove his own ball down only as far as it looks like Hayward. Ball spills back. Quick little kick forward and a nice little handball off to Carter. Carter goes deep looking for Brander. Brander one out but roved perfectly by Wade Hancock, who snaps truly with his left foot, and that is as good as a front and centre rove off a big forward as you'll ever see. And a really nice little play there coming through. But again, going forward, Hunter Wilkie, the two Wilkie boys have been a late addition, but have had some key kicks going inside 50 early in this first quarter, Silks.
Yeah, clever little tap down front and centre by Brander. Was probably caught out of position to actually take the grab, but could see Hancock to his advantage out front, and it was perfect. It was clean. It was straight where he needed it. And Wade doesn't make too many mistakes when he's given that sort of opportunity. And we're all locked up at 2-1-13 apiece.
Tell you what, and a bit more free-flowing from the Swallows, a little bit harder work from the Roos, but still, same numbers on the scoreboard.
Yeah, that's what we look at the end of the day is the two rucks to go at it. We've got a rogue 47 for Wentworth, who I'm not exactly sure who that is. We'll have to get some clarification shortly as the ball goes out towards Blaine Grills. He's led to it there nicely, though, by Toby Scott, who kicks around his body beautifully into the right forward pocket. He's off for a spell on the bench. He's going to head inside the forward 50. But, gee, that was a good kick under pressure. But they turn it over. The kick, the entry wasn't great. Jack Carter intercepts. And they'll wish to have that one back again as Cooper McDowell is it on that outer side. Punts down the line to Latore, who's been pretty busy. It's just going to beat his grasp and go out over the line on the full.
Well, let's have a look and see if we can bring up the app here, Silko, and see who our rogue number 47 is, who's doing a little bit of the ruck work. Holding his own here against Riley Waters. The ball goes inboard. Finds Cirillo. Cirillo on his wrong side. Tries to correct himself. Get back on the left foot. Goes forward. Finds Blundy. We've called his name quite a few times early this quarter. He's waiting for a leading option, so he elects to just go long inside 50, looking for a marking option in Coghlan. It beats everybody, spills over the back, and the umpire says it was an unrealistic attempt there in the air from Coghlan. It's going to be a free kick to Andy Wall. Still in the defensive 50. He's going to look to swing the ball to the outer side. It's going to be a risky kick. It's not a great kick, and it's got Zachy Wander's name all over it for a rimple. He intercepts the ball, tries to turn a couple of players inside out. And a rare blemish that we see from the great Andy Wall there. Probably wasn't the right kick that he was looking for. Did a lot of work there trying to look for duck, but just asked a little bit too much. So at the top of the 50, commentary side at Henshawwood Oval. The umpire's going to throw it back in. Front position goes to Jensen. He gets the ball down. It's a nice little tap forward. Looking for Blaine Grills. He's at the bottom of the contest, immediately tackled. So immediately is pretty much the word at the moment. As soon as they touch the ball, the umpires are calling for a ball up as the ball gets thrown up, top of the 50, looking for Chichiglia. Chichiglia gets beaten to it by Duck, his own teammate. Duck tries to go inboard. It's a really dodgy kick. Connor Carter's been held out of the contest, and it just wasn't the right option to go into the corridor at that time with a 50-50. So Connor Carter goes out wide. Blundy just racking up touches on the outer side. He's got plenty of time to kill. Sorry, it's Keenan Wade. Wade goes inside with a nice handball to Brownbridge. Back to Wade. Wade goes short. And not a great kick there. Made a lot of work there for Brodie Jackson underneath the knees. And lucky to not be out of bounds on the full there, Silko. Yeah. So on the outer side, 55 metres out, we're going to find another boundary throw in.
Try to dig around previous seniors and reserves games. Cannot find a 47 for the life of me, so we'll keep trying to work through that across the course of the afternoon. Feel free to send us a text if you're at the ground and let us know. As Orimpel in attack inside the forward 50, they're going at the Orimpel Knights SC end of the ground. Free kick for a hold here. It looks like Jason Coughlin again. He's going to profit from this one, who's been really busy inside that forward 50 for the Swallows. Yeah,
low to the ground, very, very low centre of gravity, like his brother, and these conditions today would be right up his alley, and he certainly proved it early. He's going to be, I think this would be, his third shot on goal, looking for his second straight. He gets close to the man on the mark, kicking from about 40 metres out this time. Gives it a little bit more distance. Oh, he's hit the top of the post. And that's 2 behinds this quarter to Jason Coughlin. So 1 goal, 2 behinds. But another warranted point there for Orimpel as they move forward. 2-2-14, leading Wentworth 2-1-13. Nearly 17 minutes gone in this first quarter. So this time, Blaine Grills runs out of the defensive square, long down the middle of the ground, over the back. The ball's roved perfectly by Hunter Wilkie. He can run, kicks long, direct, looking for a one out with Hancock, who was just too strong. Used his body perfectly to push Jackson out of the way. And that was as perfect as football as you can get from deep defence with a really nice kick from Grills to the centre of the ground. And Nebraska Wilkie not wasting any time. 10 steps and bang into the big forwards. And it just gives them that chance to be able to go one-on-one and have that option to be able to get front position against a good quality opposition.
Straight down the corridor, wasn't it? It was really good to watch as Hancock loads are up from about 40 metres out. Set sail into the back net she goes. It's another one for Wenty, 3-1-19. They lead Orimpel 2-2-14. That is, of course, on the Kumiala Club scoreboard. We put the APB out to Jason Bell, who's I know is at the ground today. Hopefully, Jace can help us out with number 47. We'll get to you on that one shortly as we tick over. What will be nearly 18 minutes gone opening term riddles for the Euston Club Resort here on Hot FM.
No, fantastic ball movement, as you said, straight down the corridor there. And I had a good chat with Wade Hancock last night, and we're organising a kids' sleepover, and I've called him for 10. And he's already started with 2, so we could get the omen sorted. Taken out of the ruck was Jensen, goes to the top of the 50. Really to no advantage, coming in to help his Brander. He's got 3 players immediately taking him to the contest. Doreen, short little kick forward and a beautiful kick forward as well. On the outer side, it's a nice little handball by Anderson. Finds a running player in Wade, but he just stalls a little bit, looking for Thrum. Oh, it's a clever little handball underneath the contest, but out of bounds, and it's going to be a boundary throw-in on the outer side.
All right, quickly around the grounds again for Fatty Boomba. Reckless 1-2-8. Leading South Mildura yet to score. We've got Owen United 2-4-16, Merbein 1-2-8, and it's Mildura 2-1-13, Robinvale Euston 2 straight 12.
Beautiful as we see the ball tap down again. Quick little contest there, could have been taken higher. Rimple get the ball out, immediately tackled again on centre wing. So Connor Carter, who's been in a lot of the action early, gives the handball out to the umpire. Nice tap forward this time out of the contest from Jensen, but only as far as that man Carter again. Nice kick down the field. Looking for Jackson. The ball's beaten to him by Toby Scott. Gives it back to Jackson as Brody Ryan as he goes inside the attacking 50. There's numbers over the back here for Orimpel.
Yes,
and a quick little kick around the corner from the Pezzaniti. And the Pez man is back doing what he does best, roving off the contest. Read it perfectly over the back. Brody Ryan with a really nice kick to the top of the square. Pezzaniti knew exactly where it was going, positioned himself perfectly in a nice little dribble around the corner, and they'll be happy to see the Pez get on the board early, because we know if he gets on the board early, Silko, he generally has a good day out.
He does. He's a confidence man. When he defended, just couldn't afford to go to ground there. He went all chips in, thinking he was going to be able to save the day, lost the feet, went to ground, and then it just opened up an easy opportunity for Nick Pezzaniti to chime in with his first of the afternoon and take the Swallows to a 1-point lead on the Kumiala Club scoreboard as we get back underway midfield once again. Bit of a hold there on Chichiglia. Is going to go the way of Jake Thrum. I reckon Frank's potentially got a bit of a run with on
ask.
Jake. Huge.
Big ask.
Yep, he's going to know about it, I reckon, by 5 o'clock this afternoon as Thrummy kicks up towards centre half forward. Bit of a nutmeg of a bounce. Still stands up on his point. Coming through as Ryan. Sharks it beautifully. Inside handball. Looks for options. Wentworth now through Wall. He might have gone holding the ball there. Quick kick up towards the hot spot from Billy Phelan, I reckon it was. He was the man for the occasion there. Just opened up for him. Bit of space. and he could see a clear goal square, Riddles, and he did not make a mistake.
No, it absolutely parted there for him. He was the only one to really stand in position. Everyone just went past the ball. He was there, front and centre, got the ball falling into his hands, and then they parted around him as he had a nice little kick off the outside of the boot, still from about 30 metres out, and dribbled it through nicely. But it's a quick ball movement again inside of the attacking 50 that seems to be getting these goals on the board for the Swallows.
Jensen wins out in the midfield, but it's corralled nicely there by Riley Ward, who got a second bite of the cherry. Now we've got a stalemate there just away from the centre circle, and we'll get a restart again at the 21-minute mark of the first term. Orimple by 7 points in your Collie and Tierney Sunrise Your Footy match of the day. Another strong tackle from Egg Molessi Smith over the top. He's laid a couple of those already in this opening stanza.
He's bulked up a bit.
Yep, he hits hard in 2026, does Derek, as ball just hits the deck momentarily. Here is the big fella, kicks it up towards half forward, looking for a marking target there in McDowell. Umpire says play it on, so Thrum clears the crumbs nicely towards the outer side. His kick is pinpoint and a great mark contestedly there by Brody Ryan on the outer side.
He's been important for him across half forward as he plays on very quickly, goes inside, makes the contest pretty difficult, but it was taken nicely by Tulloch. Could he use the player running past? He elects not to. So just forward, he looks to the outer side, gives a pretty errant handball to the running Thrum, so he has to go back to Tulloch. Tulloch goes with a high ball, top of the 50. The pack forms, big punch from behind, comes from Wall, spills down. Pack forms, Egg Molessi Smith first onto it, tries to get it onto the boot, but it spills out looking for Thrum. Thrum gives it out to Ryan with a beautiful pointed kick. Finds Billy Phelan with a nice lead and grab out in front. And Brody Ryan's used the ball really nicely going inside 50 with a few kicks this quarter. It's going to be a tough run from Billy Phelan. He's going to be kicking from about 40, but right on the boundary.
Don't mind their setup inside the forward 50. They've got lots of players in motion, haven't they? They've got the smalls, they've got the talls, and it's proving to be a bit of a tough defensive assignment at the moment for the Weddy Roos as we wait with Billy Phelan. As Riddle said, he's in that left forward pocket, hand him against the fence. He sets her up, he kicks it pretty straight off the boot. Goal umpire does not move. That is a cracking shot from Billy Phelan. Orimple 5-2-32, leading Wentworth 3-1-19. That is on the Kumiala Club scoreboard. Late flurry from the home side before quarter time, Riddles, and they are really getting things rolling.
That's what they can do, and as we said earlier, it's the nice little kicks inside 50 to advantage there that just gives those marking forwards the opportunity to not have a player from defence come through and spoil from behind. But a really tough kick there from the boundary by Billy Phelan, and he made it look like it was an easy shot on goal with a very heavy ball. So in the middle of the ground, Jensen goes up against Keenan Wade this time, wins the tap down. Keenan Wade tries to burst his way through the contest, and it looks like it was Brody Ryan again immediately tackled at the fall of the ball as he gets picked up by Nick Jensen, just like a hand basket. And the umpire is going to throw it up again in the middle of the ground. So Keenan Wade, I didn't realise how tall he was, but I've heard that Mum Lisa didn't want to come out in the cold today. She's sitting at home and leaving the duties to Dad Michael here. So if Lisa's listening in, we hope you're nice and cosy near the fire and Michael's away from the bar.
Another stalemate here in the midfield at Henshwood Oval. Both in brilliant sunshine at the moment. It's been a bit of a 4 seasons in one day sort of day today. I reckon we'll still get a few more showers across the rest of the game. Here is Wentworth trying to make a bit of a break here at left half forward. Sits on the ground for Wilkie. Needs support. Hand pass over. Cooks it infield. Through goes Toby Scott. Pops it up to advantage. He's looking there for Zachy Wilson. In goes Tulloch. Might have been taken high, says up by Mick Brewell. And he'll get the free kick here. Broadcast side centre wing as Thrum breaks for him. He's got such a massive edge, and hasn't he, Jake? He marks it still inside the centre square, but they've transitioned across to that outer side now as he kicks down the line. It's just over the top of his intended target there on the forward 50. Wentworth going to work now, trying to steam train their way through that half-back flank from Blaine Grills, but nothing doing, and we'll get a ball up, Riddles.
They love it on the outer side, getting inside 50. So this time Wade just takes it out of the contest. Quick handball over the back, looking for a running Thrum. Shugs the tackle, goes with a left foot. It's going to be a great goal if he can kick it from there. But getting front position was Phelan, and the fist from behind comes from Wall. And it's a rush behind in the end. But they're looking dangerous, and they've certainly got to do something at the moment about Jake Thrum, because he is absolutely everywhere at the moment. As we see, Grills again tries to go long down the middle of the ground. Marking option, pushed out of the contest by Wade. And now number 47, the ghost man, we're going to call him. He's going to get a free kick in the middle of the ground. Still in the defensive half for the Roos. All options run past him, so he elects to kick long. Outer side looking for Brander on a lead, but cut off there nicely with Cooper Doreen, who plays on quickly. Nice kick, finds Tulloch on the wing. Could he use the runners coming past, but again, holds on to it. This time retreats. Finds that man Thrum again. At half back, he goes wide, looking for Brownbridge. Brownbridge has got a runner in Tulloch. He uses him. Tulloch at centre wing. This time loads up. High kick going to the top of the 50. 3-on-1 contest here in favour of the Roos, and it's a mark there by Bodie Edwards at the top of the 50, and he plays to the outer side.
Comes out towards the hot side of the ground. Orip will have the numbers there, though. Falls out the back for the Torre. Tries to run his way out of danger. Probably handballing was the best option for him. He's gone holding the footy. Is now a chance for Feel, and bullets one inside towards the right forward pocket. But Bodie Edwards again gets back and saves the day for Weddy. And as you can hear in the back play, quarter time here in our Sunraysia footy match of the day. It is Purple Day, Little Sky Eyes. The big highlight match this afternoon. The home side with a great start, 5-3-33. They are leading Wentworth on 3-1-19. We'll send it back to the Burn Court studios for a few brief sponsor messages. We'll come back and have a look at the goal kickers and Maxie Hollingworth's wrap on the first term here on Hot FM.
Enjoy everything the Euston Club Resort has to